Day 12 of our 100 movie bucket list challenge, and we have our first non-English language film, 2001's Amelie. Directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, Amelie is widely considered to be one of his best films. It stars Audrey Tautou as the titular Amelie, a shy young woman living in Paris who is something of an outcast. She spends her time helping others better their lives. The question eventually becomes, will she eventually stop to better her own? Amelie is a unique film for so many reasons. Many will cite its distinct colour palette and visual style, and I'll be honest, smarter people than me are able to explain the specifics of why the film's use of colour is so clever, so I'll just say it makes the film really recognisable and aids the whimsical and quirky nature. For me, what stands out the most about Amelie is how it takes things we think are mundane and makes them extraordinary. Really random things like the feeling of dipping your hand in a sack of grain, cracking the top of a creme brulee with a spoon and going to the movies to watch the reactions of other people are things that bring Amelie great joy. Some films we've talked about already present the mundane as a negative, whereas Amelie takes great pleasure in it. And even though the film's over 20 years old, there's something refreshing, even comforting, about innocuous things being portrayed with such whimsy. It's almost fairy tale-esque. So I feel like it's often said about actors in certain roles that you can't imagine anyone else playing them. I don't know if that's ever been truer of Audrey Tautou as Amelie. She's enchanting, and her portrayal represents the whole movie, whimsical and quirky, making sense of a real world. Much of the question of will she better herself is framed through Serge Merlin's Raymond Dufayel, who is introverted to a greater extent than Amelie and due to physical limitations. And when the movie turns to become a love story through Mathieu Kassavitz's Nino, you wonder if Amelie will end up feeling unfulfilled despite all the good she does. I guess the ultimate arc is being kind to others is important, but it's most important to be kind to yourself, and you miss all the shots you don't take. Of course, it can be really difficult to know when it's time to take time out for yourself, especially when you think a lot about pleasing others. Watching Amelie finally get to this point is really heartwarming. Amelie is a meticulously crafted film with so much soul. There's no great conflict or villain. It's a story about a good person doing good things, finding whimsy in the mundane and happiness when you find what you're longing for after so long pleasing others. The movie is a warm hug, full of heart, curiosity, and mischief. It also really makes me want to learn French. I'm certain some of the delivery and nuances are lost on me. Subtitles will have to do for now. But you don't need to know French to take away from Amelie what is at its core, the magic of normal life. Thanks for coming to my TELF Talk.